Dr. Jungko. I'm so bored recently. Don't you have anything fun to offer? Something which is so exciting that my dopamine level rapidly would pop out and that would make my skin rejuvenate at once as if I was 20 years younger. Hi there. Welcome, Ms.Lamm. You're rejuvenating medicine. Do you mean love, as usual? What happened to the person you were so crazy about? Didn't you say that you finally had found your prince? Well, I wouldn't say I was crazy about him because it sounds like I would be a teenager, which I'm not. I would rather say burning love. Anyhow, here's history. My burning love has totally cooled down. He was not what I thought he would be. He was not the person you thought he was. In the beginning, I thought I had finally come across someone I had been searching for. I remembered that I felt so good about myself and my own appearance. I see. How was he, if you would describe more concretely? He was a person who could read my mind. When I felt that he was hot, he would just run into a boutique nearby and buy a towel. Not just a towel, a famous brand it was. He even said it may be difficult to absorb sweat since it's new. Sorry about that. Is he a well-raised type? Yes. He said he was playing the violin and the piano. I believe that I would be able to spend a peaceful and stable life if I had been together with him. What made you change your feelings towards him? That is what I really cannot understand. My feelings had just cooled down when I woke up one day. Is it possible to explain this phenomenon in terms of depth psychology? I might be able to do that. But can you tell me a bit more about him? Is there any episode when you first felt that your love towards him started to cool down? Can you try to recall? Well, it might have started from the moment he said that he hated fermented soybeans. Haha, dear Lam, you really like soybeans, don't you? Please don't laugh, Dr. Junko. We always order the same menu at restaurants and read similar genre of books. I was so surprised that a person had the same values as me. He's a Swede and I'm a Japanese. That's actually amazing. Furthermore, he had beautiful sapphire-like eyes, like a hero in a girl's manga. On top of such gorgeous appearance, it was almost a dream to have a person that I felt so safe with. Then there was no wonder that you felt like you had finally found your other half on the other side of the earth. Right, but from that moment of fermented soybeans, our differences in valuing things started to become increasingly visible. He, instead of reading my feelings, started to do everything wrong, and it ended up like this. Thank you very much, Ms.Lamm. It's a perfect example that I would almost put in a textbook. Huh, is that so? I think people who are listening to this now might have laughed at your reason with the soybeans as well, just like I did. Well, why? You were disappointed at him because he hated fermented soybeans. But think, he's not a Japanese. Anyone would be sorry for him for this unfairness. Is that so? But many people are the same way disappointed by the persons that they first get hooked on. Is that so? You thought that your favorite thing was his favorite thing. He always read your heart and he always cared about you and fulfilled your wishes all the time, am I right? If I had seen 80% of his personality, isn't it natural for me to think that the remaining 20% would be the same? You say you had seen 80%, but I would say it's actually more 20% at most, can be less. The rest is just a self-contained fantasy image, but you feel like you know all about the other person. This phenomenon is called projection in Jung psychology. Projection, what does it mean? To throw your own image on the screen of your partner. You're saying When he bought a towel for me to soothe the heat, and I thought that he was a perfect person, I could actually only see a minor part of him. That's correct. It was natural that you thought he was gentle to buy a towel to you. However, thinking you would be safe and happy if you would be together with him, that's already a fantasy world, Ms.Lamm. That he had changed, really. He was a much more gentle and more sensible person at first. Everyone says that the person I met is not the same person as the one I met in the beginning. Oh, that's exactly what I said to him when I left, because it was actually true. I understand that you felt like that, but the reality was that you just did not know him. When I left him, I said, "You weren't the kind of person I thought you were. I'm sorry." It was your own selfish fantasy you made out of him, and then you later realized that he differed from your initial fantasy you made. It's unfair for him to be blamed for not following the selfish image that you made up from your fantasy. That's right, he cried. So did I. It really hurts to say goodbye, as well as being dumped. Right. However, even if your love is over, there's a lot to learn from any relationship. Therefore, do not just look at it like a failure, but start from there. I might never have thought of separation in that way. For example, a lover can be a mirror that reflects you. What do you mean? In a love, dopamine level will pop out, like you said in the beginning. Yes, that's right. That's why your feelings and depth psychology are appearing. I see. Well, anyway, Dr. Junko, please introduce me a nice guy if you happen to know any, because I am ready to move on to the next step. Burning love.